Madam Secretary, we're here to talk about budgets. So let's talk about the budgets of American families and the budgets of American small towns and rural communities, and how your department and this administration's policies have impacted those budgets. December of 2020, the average price for a gallon of gas was $2.14. Today it's $4. That's a difference of $1.86 a gallon. Considering that the average person consumes a little over 650 gallons of gas per year, that's over $1,200 that they're having to pay in additional cost just for gasoline for the car. That doesn't take into account the fact that the U.S. Census Bureau reported that one of every four, fully a quarter of all families, households in the United States, had reduced what they were spending on food and medicine in order to pay their household utility bills. We've seen the price of food go up, and what I want to point out is that energy cost is the single most inflationary component of the entire economy. There's an energy cost in everything. Everything that we've eaten, everything that we consumed this morning, today, has an energy cost. And I just want to ask you, what did you pay for the last tank of gas that you put in your vehicle? Does your personal vehicle use gas?
My personal vehicle is located in California, and I paid close to, well, actually, my personal vehicle is electric, but my daughter's vehicle, who's with us, paid close to $5 a gallon.
Yeah.
It's expensive.
Well, they're paying $4.62 in Winslow, Arizona. They're paying $4.94 in Caliente, Nevada. In North Conway, New Hampshire, it's $4.29. In Benton Harbor, Michigan, your former state, it's almost $4. Milford, Pennsylvania, it's $4.25. People are paying high prices for gas. And what I want to ask you is your predecessor, one of your predecessors in the Obama administration in 2015 made the comment that it was Stephen Chu, by the way, wanted to get gasoline prices up to the same level as they were paying in Europe. Had that been the case, it would have been $6 a gallon. Do you support that?
No.
Thank you for that answer. I also want to point out how this is impacting small towns. There's a city in my district, Clanton, Alabama. We estimate they consume about people buy about 60,000 gallons of gas, in the city. When you consider that in December of 2020, gas prices had gone up $2 a gallon over what they were paying then, that's $120,000 that small town no longer has to be spent in the local grocery stores and their local businesses, on entertainment. These people aren't saving that money anymore. Does that concern you?
Absolutely, it concerns me.
Why are you pushing policies that are making life miserable for people? You have the power to unleash American energy, and I see you've got that American-Lithuanian flag on your lapel. Ukrainian, I'm sorry. I've been in contact with people on the ground and the government over there, and I spoke to you directly about them asking that you unleash what is probably right now the most powerful weapon in the arsenal of democracy. That's American energy.
So, number one, totally agree with your concern about the price of gas. I think you're completely right to focus on that because it is hurting people. The administration is very concerned about this too. Administrations across the world are concerned because the price of oil, which gas comes from, is traded on a global market.
I work in engineering, so I know.
Well, so right now, Russia's actions have taken oil off the market. Yes, sir.
No,
it has taken 1.5 million barrels off the market because countries like the United States have rightfully said, we will not finance this war. Countries like Canada have said, we will not finance this war.
Members of your party, my Democrat colleagues, held a hearing last October, called the CEO of Exxon a liar, and demanded that they reduce production. We had a hearing just a few weeks ago in this committee and accused them of reducing production so that they could increase prices. You can't have it both ways. I worked in engineering. I have a pretty good understanding about how this works and what it costs to get gas, to get oil out of the ground, get it to a refinery, turn it into gasoline, and sell it to the public. And what what this administration is doing and what your agency is doing is not doing the things they need to do to open up these resources, which would not only bring down the price of energy, but would help defeat Russia in Ukraine.
With respect, sir, the talking points are not accurate.
Yes,
We
they
have
are.
done everything we can to encourage the oil and gas community to increase supply at this moment. We've called upon them to do it. We have issued more permits under this
These members
administration.
demanded they reduce production last October, and then you turn around
Under this
and
administration, right
accuse
now,
them
there
of it.
is a concern about supply because of the war. The war has caused prices to escalate. Yes,
Prices
sir,
were already
by
going up
pulling
well
oil
before
off
the
the
war.
market.
They were
I
really-
understand that's not what you want to believe, but the
No.
truth is, and if you ask any
not.
oil executive,
You're
they
misleading
say
the American
that it
public.
doesn't involve.
You're misleading the American public. I yield back.